as we got about a minute left, 84-16. As these two go in here, getting some licks in on 9, where they have to clear 40 viruses. I remember this is 8-11, so a little bit more work here. A good time is about a 7.5 to 8 minutes 15 seconds. Is really the par time you're shooting for.
Yeah, an elite time for round 2 is going to be below the 8-minute mark. That's if you hit below 8 minutes, that's a hot time. So if you hit anything around the 9-minute range, that's pretty good.
I agree. You really the best times, by the way, are in that. Actually, the best time is by DmWit. DmWit had a sub 7, but the hot times are in that 7-minute range. Mid to high 7s is really what you want to shoot for. Low 8s.
Yeah, 8 minutes. 8 minutes is going to be an okay one. As we just close out the submissions for predictions. So yeah, an 8-minute run, that's really good. 9 minutes, that's okay. It's doable. But anything higher than that, you're going to find yourself in some trouble.
Well, we're just waiting on these folks to clear up as DmWit showing off a swaggy P clear there.
Yeah, that was insane.
DmWit's coach, that cardboard box you see off to his left. And then John Nash's coach, of course, is his wardrobe behind him. I don't know. Are these coach gimmick jokes doing anything for y'all? No. We have ready for both players.
Looking pretty good. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go! And we're off and running. Game number 1 underway.
These players, remember, going from levels 8 to 11. Pretty favorable board so far for both players. There's a bit of a barrier of viruses that John Nash has just absolutely wiped clean. And he's going to take a quick lead here, 29-33.
Yeah, a good early start for John Nash for the moment. Having to deal with a little bit of drop time, though.
The judging committee informing me that DmWit will be penalized 3 minutes due to his use of Comic Sans. So DmWit going to have to win this match by at least 3 minutes due to his use of Comic Sans. No, kidding, of course.
Yeah.
17 viruses though for John Nash. John Nash off to a really, really hot start.
What a T clear from DmWit going into from a combo play. That was a beautiful set.
We're at the minute mark, and so far it's a 4-virus lead, now a half a dozen virus lead. No yellow viruses for John Nash, though. Gonna have to rely on some favorable RNG. Really is gonna want to start hitting home that red virus in column 2. That's where you can really start opening up the taps.
Yeah, DmWit, though, doing a great job. Gets some combos, gets into a slight lead.
And it looks like John Nash not going for that double horizontal. He's just going to want to clear everything out the old-fashioned way. Really looking for some yellows here, or some reds, rather. But just getting inundated with yellow. And is going to be forced to combo out, which means DmWit's going to take the lead here as Nash struggling to get out of level 8. It'll be a 148 for DmWit. And John Nash has some work to do.
Yeah, he's going to want to clear those yellows in column 4. He's got the right piece for it. He's going to be out not too far behind.
Nash out at a 201.
All right, going into level 9. Looks like DmWit's setting up a horizontal play here. He's got a cross set up. Here it comes.
And DmWit's lead, not that much. Only 3 viruses here as we get deep into level 9. I remember these are the 4-level blocks, 8 to 11. Winner goes home. Well, winner stays home. Loser goes home. Winner gets to join us again tomorrow and play some bonus Dr. Mario. And on top of that, will get themselves some help to get into the postseason.
Yeah, both of these players doing really well right now. Looks like John Nash is only behind by about a half dozen viruses. He's keeping pace with DmWit, which is definitely something you need to do. You got to keep pace with him because he can go onto a tear real quickly.
16 to 22. It's the same for John Nash, though. John Nash can really start slamming things home when he needs to. It's currently an 8 virus lead for Dimwit. John Nash needs blues, and he's just not getting them, Ethan.
No, he's not getting what he needs at all. It's a very yellow-blue dependent top part of his board. He's kind of chipping away at it a little bit, but it's not really doing much for him.
I think he is starting to take some plays here, though. But again, he's really stuck on that row of blue that's just in that cluster of garbage. Looks like he's just decided to pull the pin. John Nash has, and he's down to 12. But again, Dimwit down to 4 viruses here, and looks like a bit of a misplay or possible underclear. Going for the underclear.
Yeah.
Bit swaggy P, but out at 3 minutes 53 seconds as we are partway through this first game, best of 3, and a big drop combo for John Nash puts him at 5. So.
Yeah, not much left to go for John Nash. He'll get the yellow clear there. That's a good play. Yes, putting that red there is perfect. He can clear out the blue with that red-blue pill. Just needs 3 more reds.
Dimwit with a bit of a...
a misplay there from John Nash.
He'll get out of it, though, 428, but he is very much behind the 8 ball, down by 16 viruses. Dimwit having a small struggle here with a bit of garbage, but John Nash, that might have taken the win out of his sail. That was a really brutal level 9.
It was a little bit on the brutal side, but he's recovering nicely on this start to level 10. Keeping things nice and tight. Looks like Dimwit's going to go for horizontal. He gets it. Gets another bit of a combo there. Great job there by Dimwit. Going down to about 20 viruses. He's got about a dozen virus lead at the moment.
And it looks like Dimwit's starting to set up for something pretty elaborate. But right now, John Nash has narrowed the margin to 7, but really not getting much in the way of favorable RNG, down to 22 to 14 as Dimwit goes for the horizontal, puts him down to a dozen. It's also a really awkward virus placement right now for John Nash. Doesn't have everything accessible, and it seems like most plays are going to require a tuck of some sort.
Yeah, he is having to make some tough plays, but he's doing a good job with it. He's going to finish his yellows right there.
He is out of yellows, and he's got a nice setup. He's got options for those blue viruses. He can go vertically or horizontally with them, as Dimwit with the tuck clear, putting him down to 4 to 9 right now, as these players trying to get out of 10, trying to get first into that last level. Dimwit has 3 to go to 8 for John Nash. John Nash has a couple of double opportunities, and he goes for both of them. A fat lightning bolt. He's down to 2. He's suddenly tied, and again tied with the champ. Dimwit out at 620, but John Nash having an absolute great 10. He's not going to be far behind, and it is now a sprint to finish 11, as it's about a 5-second margin, a 2 virus margin if you look at the clock. These players both off to the races, and looking at these boards, if John Nash can really start digging into the meat of that board, he might have a chance.
Yeah, this is going to be a sprint to the finish right now. John Nash gets a couple of combos there. Looking pretty good here. Nice little tuck. Everything is looking favorable for John Nash right now. It's a very compact board. Getting a lot of doubles and triples.
31 to 30. He's managing to keep pace right now, as it is now 28 to 26. They're trading blow for blow here. John Nash making a very quick, subtle course correction, deciding to drop that red-yellow vertically down through column 4, 25 to 22, as we're getting into the closing part here of level 11. Who's going to take this first game? It could be anybody. These two players both playing their hearts out right now.
Bit of a miss. No, sorry, not a misfire there. It's a good combo.
It's a lead for John Nash. A brief lead. Dimwit taking it back, 15 to 15. These players going blow for blow. It's going to come down to these last 15 viruses, folks. What an
this is going to get really close.
Monster of a game for these players. There's a drop combo for John Nash, and he's simply not going for it. He can't let himself have some of the stuff fall down. He had a multiple opportunities to get that drop clear, and he can't. He's down to 10. He's still hanging in there, but you've got to wonder if he didn't just play aggressively from the word go.
If he did, it might have helped him out a little bit, but he's still, oh my God, he's still got some great piece plays here. He's down to 6. Dimwit's down to 3. This is coming down to the wire.
I think John Nash looking for that drop clear. Suddenly he's in a good spot. He's down to 2.
They are tied up.
Dimwit down to 2. Who's going to get... Dimwit just needs 1 red, however, and by 1 virus, Dimwit takes game 1 as the 8:22 elapses. So really a matter of 4 seconds between these players. Wow, John Nash can't believe it. He had Dimwit and just couldn't get the finish there. An absolute rough end to 11, but a 4-second game 1. And you've got to start wondering if John Nash may start becoming Dimwit's kryptonite with close finishes like that.
Yeah, that was a very close finish there. I think if the RNG might have cooperated with John Nash a little bit, I think we probably could have seen a bit of an upset there.
Absolutely, and while that's heartbreaking, going to game 2 knowing, hey, it was by 1 virus. I know I can whittle that down. It's all about trying to play aggressively, and I think John Nash knows that now. While we wait for our second game to start, a reminder to give us a follow, give us a sub if you like us. If you really, really like us, we appreciate you. Any money made from these streams goes right back into making the stream better and increasing the prizes for our players for our championship rounds. So John Nash is saying ready and Dimwit saying ready. So we are just waiting on a countdown.
And here we go in 3, 2, 1, go!
And off these players go. Game number 2.
Bit of a drop-heavy board for Dimwit here in the early going. I'm going to have to deal with a bit of wait time, but he's compacting that board down a little bit, so that should not be a problem.
John Nash's big issue right now, he's not really committing himself to clearing anything, planning a lot of different things at once. And it looks like he's committed to that L clear, so that's a good play there. He's down to 29, but all of that multi-planning has slowed him down. He's already down by 7 viruses, and we're already 45 seconds into this one.
Yeah, it's already starting to pull away from John Nash a little bit here.
Although, watch this combo. There's 2. There's 3 more. And now he's got 2 double really blues, good. And now he's clearing this back in. He's back in. He's only down by 3. Still down by 3. But anytime he's clearing, Dimwit's clearing, keeping that margin at about 3 viruses. So Dimwit keeping pace. John Nash's problem now comes to the left side of his board. With that garbage over there, it's going to slow things down, or he'll be forced to clear underneath, Ethan.
Yeah, I think that might be what he'll have to do. Looking at the board setup that he's got, Dimwit is already out of level 8 at a 121.
And it looks like John Nash is committing to the horizontal clear for a drop. This is a good play. The only issue now is he's got to clear out that blue garbage. He's decided to do it vertically. Could have done it horizontally.
Yeah, he could have cleared horizontally. He also could have cleared the yellows a little bit sooner to give himself some room there up top for the red viruses. But I do see what he's trying to do here. Looks like he's being a little picky.
Meanwhile, Dimwit, already pretty deep into 9, has already cleared almost half of his board. So a really, really brutal start for John Nash here after what was a really quick and efficient game. Just the beginning of that 8 slowed him down and really wasn't able to recover.
Yeah, but he's doing okay now. He's back into... Oh, yeah, he kind of realized his mistake there with that blue-red.
And a bit of a misplay by Dimwit in the middle of his board. He dropped that yellow-blue there, really with nowhere to put it. So kind of forced to play a misplay there. Now he's got a wide-open center of the board, but everything's so clustered up on that right side, it's going to be difficult to navigate.
Yeah, looking at the John Nash's side of the board, a lot of variety on his board, so I'm really liking his opportunities here to kind of get himself back into the game.
If there's an opportunity to strike, this is it. John Nash can get down on those surges when he needs to, and it looks like that's what he's doing here. Just going to start down pressing and getting things put into a good place, clearing out that top level, 17 to 11, and Dimwit in a spot of bad RNG. Perfect opportunity for John Nash to strike.
And he is taking that chance. He's setting everything up really well to getting some doubles. Going to get a double there horizontally. Great play. Could not get that tuck away in time, but that's okay.
It was low risk, high reward. So he was fine with a mess up there, especially since he's narrowed the margin down to 6 viruses. Although Dimwit going to be out at 335 after a pretty rough center of that game slowed him down. But John Nash looks to have a pretty clean board to get out of level number 9, just needing a few more pills. A good drop play there, clearing himself out of all of his yellows. Has a good setup for most of his board.
Yeah, and I am also liking John Nash's end game here. Dimwit's now down to 33. Again, a good variety on his board to start things off. Let's see. Yeah, John Nash doing the right thing, going 0 drop. He'll be out at a 409. Looking at about a 20 virus difference right now between the two players.
And Dimwit's got making a lot of single pill clears. You just saw 2 consecutive ones there, taking out 4 viruses with 2 pills. He's absolutely on a tear now. Looking to maybe even flirt with sub 5, getting out of 10 with the efficiency that he's going right now.
That would be an incredible run for Dimwit if he can make that happen. He's already down to 13, but looking at John Nash, he's bringing it down to about a dozen viruses right now. He's really making a good move.
John Nash, though, starting to run into a bit of an RNG problem and a bit of a blue problem. No blue on his board, so he's really going to have to start getting creative, and he is with that tuck double. But Dimwit already down to 8 viruses and looking to be in a pretty good position to clear everything out with clearing out the garbage. And now he's got access to everything. Just needs really a total of 3 yellows, and he's out. There's 1, there's 2, and there's the third one. He'll be out at 5 minutes and 19 seconds. Just getting it in there, going into level 11, really looking to close this one out against yet another frequent rival of Dimwit's.
Yeah, and so looking really good right now for Dimwit. A good, comfortable lead for the time being. Let's see. Yeah, John Nash having a little trouble with these final bits. He's setting things up proper. Nice clear there. Gets rid of the garbage. Just the mole asking out who isn't a rival of Dimwit's. Honest questions that need to be answered. But going into level 11 for John Nash, he's only down by 17 viruses, so he has picked up the pace.
And he can definitely make this up, and he's making some good, smart things just to whittle the top line down, making horizontal plays at the top of his board that are clean, no garbage, and he's definitely making a surge, but definitely a big problem if you're John Nash right now. Although, watch this, he is setting up for another drop combo. Actually just takes the horizontal, probably a good call, keeping his board clean with little garbage. He's still down by about 18 viruses, as it looks like Dimwit going to close this out with a clean board.
Yeah, Dimwit doing a great job. He's been surging a little bit. It's down to 7 viruses, down to 6. He's been doing a fantastic job of just massively just pressing down, just keeping that aggression going. He's passing the 7-minute mark now. He's going to get a triple clear here. No, he's going to get...
And
there it is! At a 7:08.
Which is a hot time. 7:08 is a brilliant time. That's a time you want in the first round, much less the second round. But Dimwit takes that one, and again, when you're playing at a pace like that, it's hard to be stopped.
Yeah, absolutely. Dimwit setting the second fastest hot time for this season. And I'm just double checking other stuff. Yeah, that is the second fastest round 2 in speed tournament history.
Well, congratulations to them with commiserations to John Nash, as we'll bring him back here in a second, and he can tell us all about it. But John Nash looking to just close out his run here. And again, this is not a bad time by any stretch of the imagination.
No, not at all.
What he's going to be looking at here, probably around an 8-10, maybe even sooner than that with that double yellow surge. An 8-12. So an 8-12, a good time, a great time if you're in round 2. But when there's a 7-04 on the board, really, really hard to do much about that. But
unfortunately,
win for Dimwit, and John Nash again trying to keep Dimwit honest. Almost took game 1 from him. But we'll see John Nash back in the booth here in just a moment. But for right now, Dimwit will advance to semifinal Sunday, and he'll be taking on the winner of our next match, Dave Smith Says versus Savage Octagon. Dave Smith Says pulling up a massive upset, beasting Packy in 2 games, even though Packy unto himself got a 605 in his single win. So